Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today I'm going to show you some things in regard to libraries, events, movies, and also up here in the top right we have some color balance, color correction, stabilization, audio adjustments, speed adjustments, a lot of options up here in the top right as well. So first let's start with events. What are events? So you can see here we have the basic folder which contains the year and all the events in that year. So an event is basically if you think of a file, right? You have all the files you need inside, all the specific papers that are relevant to something you want to use it for. For example, if I'm making a file for, I don't know, skydiving, I'll have the manuals, I'll have the certification requirements, I'll have everything in that file. So an event is basically a large file. Now to create a new event, you go to File, New Event, and you can name that new event. I'll name it CamPals. And in that event, you import your footage or media. So for example, I can import, let's say I can import some pictures if I want. We'll go to Downloads and just grab a few pictures. Or you can import video into here, whatever you want. This is where what you're gonna use. This is the media you're gonna use to make your videos. Now, the basic thing is the next thing I need a movie. I need an empty timeline, which is this on the bottom, and that is in Movie. So I go to File and New Movie. Now for that, I'm going to hit No Theme, which I don't really need a theme, and I'm going to name it same CamPals and CamPals Movie. Now that is where you arrange all your clips into a format that you choose. So I can pull a clip down here, shorten this up a little bit, pull another clip down here, shorten this up, and put a movie folder or put a movie behind it. And then when I play it, that's what people see. They'll see what's on the bottom. So every event should contain a movie option here. And as I said, the events are ways to just control the organization of all the footage you have. Now let's go back to our ABC, which is the CamPals training, really getting out of the chair here. And I'm going to show you some effects. So now you see first on the bottom I still have my old movie selected of the previous CamPals, and you can see here they have that little I forget what it's called. It's called a clapper, but they have that, which means that that specific event is selected. A movie inside that event is selected. So I'm going to go to ABC. I'm going to select CamPals training, and now you see it move down, which means the ABC event, the movie inside that, is selected. Now we have what we want down here. So now we're going to do some adjustments on the top right. So I'm going to show what all these are used for. The first we're going to check out is up here. We're going to check out color balance. Now this is if you want to balance color and match colors between scenes. So for example, let's say you may see this, so I'm going to keep it on this clip and I'm going to hit auto, so auto balance. And you see it changed a little bit. I'll go back so you can see it again. It made the color just a little richer. And we can also do things like white balance. So you can select where is true white and you can match it, which here there's really no true white, but we'll just say this is white. And then, so that's automatic white balance. And we have match color, skin tone balance. So those are the balance options. Here we have color, so we can actually adjust the color here. Make it darker, brighter. I'm just going to reset that. You can adjust the saturation. You can make it black and white if you want by pulling it to the left. I'll go reset that. And here you can adjust the warmth. So you have a few options there as well. And if you're outside, you can adjust the footage to make it a little cooler and vice versa. So you can play with those a little bit. Here you have cropping. So you can crop to fill. You can do Ken Burns effect. Crop to fill, basically, I can grab it and I can choose where I want the scene to be. So I just did that. By doing that, let me do that one more time. I'm going to reset it. So when I hit crop to fill, I go up here and it changes. Once it changes, I click. I drag to how big I want it, and then I can just go up here, hit enter, and it crops to fill. Now I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to reset that because I don't want it. Ken Burns basically will allow you to move in and out of the picture. We saw that on the previous video for the CamPals training. We'll go back one more time and check that setting out. And you could change the speed of those if you choose to. Now let's go to stabilization. Now the video is a little shaky. So we're going to actually stabilize that video. So we're going to go back and I'm going to click it. I'm going to hit stabilize shaky video. Now before I already rendered this, which means I already took about 30 seconds previous to this video to do this. So when you click it, it will take some time usually. Let's go back and check it out. So now there's really no shaky movements, but I want you to watch this frame. When I unclick it, the frame gets larger. Basically how it does it just zooms into the frame so it can take out any shaky movements. One more time and we'll play it again with the stabilizer on. Really there's no shake, take it off. A little bit of shake. Okay, so that's the stabilization. So, and we have rolling shutter, which you don't need to worry about that yet. We have adjust volume here. Now, this volume adjusts the clip volume, right? We're not adjusting the sound effects volume here. We can if we click on the sound effects, but we have the clip selected, which means we're adjusting the clip volume. Now I have it at 0 because I had 3, 2, 1 in there, but we'll put it up just to see again what happens. So watch as I do this, the bottom left of the screen, and you see how that's moving. Now when it gets to the yellow, the red is overmodulated, so the red's bad. Yellow is okay, but you want to try to keep it as few as possible in the yellow, as few peaks as possible. So we play this. We could hear myself talking. I'm going to go back. I'm going to bring this all the way down because I don't want that whatsoever. Next thing we're going to look at reduced background noise and equalizers. So this, it's best just to record with good audio. I mean, this will do its best to correct the background noise and take it out, but it's going to be really hard for it to know what is good audio and what is background noise. So I just recommend to avoid this setting, just record good audio. We're going to go to speed. So here we can speed the clip up, reverse it. So I'll show you that. I'm going to click this. I'm going to choose fast, and let's watch that. Okay, so that was a little fast. Now the cool thing, so this actually, what you notice I'm doing here, I'm clicking this and I'm dragging it, so I can actually manually do it. I can make it much longer, much slower. See, it's a really slow shot. I can make it faster, how it was before. I'm just going to reset it, and now it's 100%. Now if you notice up here, it switched to custom. If you want to do custom, you can just go down to custom and choose what you want. So you can make it 1,000%, 500%, whatever it is. I'm just going to keep it to normal. The next thing we have are video effects, so let's watch those. We can click those and go through different options for video effects. We just go over the video effect and it'll play automatically, you know, whichever. We'll do some negatives. And to activate, you just click it and it'll activate it for that clip. Okay, so once again I'm going to go click the clip and go back to reset. Audio effects are the same thing, but since the audio is muted on this track, you won't hear anything, but there's a lot of different options: robot, multi-tune, cosmic. So we'll go cancel that. The last is the track information, which is not extremely relevant. And the last thing I want to show you on here is share. And we talked about this in a previous video, but here it's a really neat, just clickable thing. It takes a second. And you can choose what you want, whether it's email, iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo, CNN, iReport, image, or file. I usually choose file so I can have a copy of myself. And we talked about, we just hit next. I'll keep it on the desktop and hit save. I already have it there, so technically I would hit replace, and that would be done. So that's the training on events, movies, and the top options here, including color balance, color correction, stabilization, audio, and video effects. Okay, until next time, this is Mikey Beans, out.